So what did you, Nora, think as you watched the machinations? I know you had to redo the schedules and you were thinking very practically, but you as an artist at heart, where you're watching this turmoil, were you siding with one side or the other, or did you really want to take the board out and give them a talking to, or you knew Martha Henry and you were devastated, or where were you on that?
Well, it's interesting because at the time it was all happening, Hirsch was doing something at the St. Lawrence Center where my dad was. And I remember talking to my dad about what I was hearing at the festival in relation to whether or not they would actually go to him and offer him the job, stuff like that. So.
But did you think the board was nuts to fire the Gang of Four?
Yes.
Did you think?
Yes. And I mean, I will love Richard Manette forever for standing up at that meeting and calling them pigs. You pigs, he said.
Where were you sitting? This was
the general meeting of the festival. It was in the festival theater. It was in the wintertime. And it was like the members, but because of all what was going on, there were many, many more people who came to it. I actually went to it with Rob, and I was sitting, and we both had to buy a membership to the Stratford Festival before they would let us into which is understandable.
How much was the membership?
$25.
And where did you sit?
Sort of around on the house right side, maybe halfway back. Martha was just sitting where we could see her.
And
but Richard was way at the back on the other side. And he was actually, I think he was on his way out. He was leaving in disgust, and I think...
And he'd been an actor here. He played Hamlet here, right? He played Hamlet here. He'd been an actor here for a number of seasons.
Yes.
And what exactly did he say?
Well, I can't remember exactly, but it was something like, you pigs, you have no heart. You don't love this place. You should be ashamed of yourselves. And he was pointing at them and screaming, and they actually have a recording. There's a beautiful picture of him. I know that there's a picture, but there actually is a recording of that, him saying that. And that was fantastic. I mean, he was like a knight in shining armor when he did that.
And at the time he was saying that, and you're sitting there, are you saying that's a knight in shining armor, or Richard's lost it? What's he doing?
What on earth is going on? It was surreal, actually, all that. And Martha had her notebook. She'd written everything down. She didn't speak extemporaneously at all. When she had a question, she had her notebook and she asked the question. And if they asked her something, she was able to read it out of. She had kept meticulous notes.
Do you remember what the board members on stage did when they were called pigs?
Well, the guy who was the head of the board, whose name was...
It's funny, you remember the names of the artists, you don't remember the names of the board.
Anyway, no, what he said was, "What is your name, sir?" He says to Manette. Like, it was not a good day.